Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kati and today I'm going to talk about writing a 5-year journal or 3 or 10 or how many years you want to have in one book. I have been thinking about this topic now for a while, especially when I see somebody on YouTube sharing a 5-year journal and saying that they fell off. They didn't write for days, weeks, or months, and they felt like a failure. Maybe that is a strong word, but what I dislike the most is when they say that, oh, and then I just bought a new one and started over. For me, that seems like that the answer is to make it perfect to make it work. So if you skip a few days, you need to buy a new one so you can make it perfect, or at least try to make it perfect again. And I say, please, no. If you skip a few days, weeks, or even months, then you just continue in that book and you make it work. Then when you have finished that book, you buy a new one. Today I'm going to give you my tips for making a 5-year journal work, and I have also once bought a new one and started over, but I will give you the explanation why I did that. I have 5 tips for you today. My first tip is what, and then I have to also mix there right away why. So what you want to write in a book. So I have here 5 different journals, and if the what is hard for you or you don't know what you want to write, then you could choose one of these Q&A journals that has the questions ready for you. And this is my Q&A a day for the soul, and I have checked from every book a page that I can show you so you can see how it looks inside. But here in these Q&A journals you have the question for the day ready for you. So if you don't know what you want to write about, this is an option to start. And here you have just space for 5 years in this journal. And then a similar one that I have is this Q&A a day. This is just a 5-year journal. And here this looks like this. And in these journals I just write with a mechanical pencil because I don't know, that was just the easiest choice for me for this paper in these books. And then I still have one Q&A. This is a 3-year journal for 2 people, so me and my spouse are writing in this. And this is just like for fun, and also it helps us to get to know each other better. We both love this, and also we are now in our 3rd, so last year. So by July I have to get us a new one, and my spouse has already said that he wants to continue this habit. I have already looked at what I want to get us next, so this is fun, and as I said, it's a habit. If you are ready to decide what you want to write, then you can buy one of these that don't have a question, and then you have the space for your own thoughts. So some keep a journal about their children, what they learn each day, and like whatever you want to journal about. I write about things that have happened. And for me, and this is not like making my life look like nicer than it is or anything like that, but I write about nice things, nice memories, or even like neutral memories. I don't write about bad things. Of course I write if there is like a funeral or death in the family or something like those things I can write. And of course I could have written about the pandemic or things like that, but like personal difficult and mentally hard or anything stressful or anything like that, I don't write. I keep it positive. So some days I don't have a lot to write about my own life. So here in this example page, I did write about the rally that was on that weekend because I didn't have so much to say about my own life, but I don't write here any arguments or anything. So I can show you, and that is what I have learned. I didn't want to throw something away because in the beginning, I didn't have this rule of not writing difficult things or not so nice things. So I have, after the fact, I have cut out pieces where I have written things that I don't want to remember. So that is my rule. I don't write anything that I don't want to remember, because if I write it down, that's making my memory stronger. And then when I read it every year, when I come to the same day, that makes the memory stick even more. And there are things that I really don't want to remember. I don't remember what I have cut out from this day, and I'm happy about it. So that is the one thing, one reason why I bought a new 5-year journal. So this actually was my first 5-year journal, and something happened and I really didn't want to have those memories. And those memories that I don't want to have were so strongly in this journal that I wasn't ready to like erase them or cut them out. So I bought the exactly same book. So this is the second book that I have. And I copied my old answers to this book. So my first texts in this are from 2016 when I started the original book, and then I copied here those answers that I wanted to save, and then when that huge operation was done, I could like start freshly from now. So that was why I bought a new book, because I really liked this book, but I didn't want to have those memories which were hurtful. That's my only reason which I would think that buying a new book is the solution. But if the only reason to buy a new book is just that you have empty space, I don't think that's a valid reason to buy a new book. So the first thing is to decide what to write, and my advice is don't write anything that you don't want to remember. Some say that it's then nice to read afterwards how you have grown and so, but I don't know. In the big scheme, if you have a argument with your spouse today, is it really important in the future? Maybe if it's about a big topic, but I don't know. I want to make nice memories grow stronger. So let's go to the why. Why you want to do this. I do this because, as I said, I want to remember those nice things. I want to make nice memories grow stronger. And it's even from these that I have written now, and we have written in here, you don't remember what you have written a year ago or 2 years or 3 years ago. So then it's like every time when you come to that day, it's like, oh, do you remember we did that and this? And it's like, it's so fun to talk about again those fun things that we did, or this, you had this fun idea, or do you remember that we did that? And you can always check what did we do on Christmas in 2019, and so that's fun. So I do it to have beautiful memories. Of course, you could just write a journal, but because you have here, I have here the 5 years, I could also have like 10 years. So because you have the 5 years, you can, when you write here every day, you can always look back. So that's the fun thing in a 5-year journal for me, that I can look at the previous years. Now I'm of course in my first year in this, so I haven't been now looking back on this, but I could do that. Every time I write in here, I could look here back what I had written in the previous years. My third tip is that I now assume that you have a book or you will go and find a book for yourself. So then you have to choose the pen what you write with. And I make it easy and also fun, but I'm not like, I can't like have a different color over every day, but you choose what makes you want to do it. And I did choose a nice fountain pen with a nice fountain pen ink that works nicely with the paper, with my new journal, and that makes me happy to write in this every morning. But in these, I'm not making it hassle, I'm just using a mechanical pencil. I can erase it if I make mistakes, and it's easy, no need to wait for ink to dry or anything like that. So, and actually I also did write in this Hobonichi with a mechanical pencil, because when I started in this in 2018, I wasn't so deep in the fountain pen hobby, so I didn't have a fountain pen to use with this then. Then my fourth and fifth tips are, you need to decide when and where. So I think those go together. So for me, when is in the morning, when I do my morning journaling routine. And as I said before in this video, I think you need to make it a habit. That way it's the easiest way to keep a 5-year journal. So I write in my 5-year journal every morning, except when I'm not home. So if you're traveling, I'm not taking this or this book with me when traveling, but every day when I'm at home, I write in my morning journal, because that doesn't take long, and when I do it in the morning, I write about the previous day. I have the memories in my head still about that day. But you have to choose which time of the day is good for you. Maybe you want to do it in the evening right before you go to bed, or you write it in the afternoon. That you just have to choose what works for you, and the best is if you put it with a habit that you already have, like if it's, I think it's called habit stacking. So I put my 5-year journal in my morning routine, so it's like there between. So I do this and that, and then I write my journal, and then I do this and that. So then it's like part of a routine. And then the question of where. So because I do it with my morning journaling, I have this book here at my table where I do my morning journaling, but maybe you need to have it on your bedside table if you want to write it in the evening or morning in your bed. So just make it easy, make it like a part of your day, because that is my big bonus tip for you. Do it every day. I think that's the easiest way to make it happen, because you don't remember on Sunday what you did on Monday. So just do it every day. It doesn't take many minutes. Of course, if you have like a A5 journal, then you have a lot more space, but I don't think that that's even taking you, it can't take you more than 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And especially if you have a 5-year journal, A5 size, and you are writing a lot, so if you do it only once a week, that will take you a lot of time. So please make it so that you can do it every day. And if, like me, if you are not doing it when you are traveling and you don't have your book, catch up as soon as possible. And if you need to catch up, I suggest that you write something quickly down if you don't keep a daily log or a daily journal where you could check what did you do. So write somewhere quickly when you are traveling what did you do, so you can catch up, because you can't trust your memory. You are not going to remember those nice small things that you really want to write in your journal if you look back a week or a month. No chance, no chance. You need to write things down when they are happening. And also, if you have a lot to catch up, I do it sometimes like that I write first the previous day and then I write example one day that I need to catch up. So if I have like a week to catch up, it will take me a week to catch up, because I write only 2 entries a day. So that way it doesn't take so much time. It just depends on your time and how you want to do things. And of course, there is the option that you leave there empty days, empty weeks. But I have made that decision that I will write every day. And if you are wondering, no, I didn't make this work right from the beginning. No, I have a lot of empty on my first year, 2018. I have still empty days from 2019. That was my second year writing in this. But starting from the 8th of August 2019, I have written every day in this. So in that aspect, it took me a little over a year and a half to find the rhythm or the reason why and what and when and how and where I'm going to write this. But I didn't give up, although I have a lot of empty space here. And I'm still thinking about that I maybe will fill those empty days here afterwards. And I will do that if I have an entry somewhere else in a calendar or journal. Otherwise, it's not possible. I'm not going to remember what I did on a certain day in 2018. That's not possible. But I didn't give up. I tried and I tweaked and I kept going until I found my system that works. And when I had filled my first book, I was able to buy a second. And now I can try to make this perfect. I don't know, I don't think that's the right thing to aim for. If you have bought a 5-year journal for this year and you haven't started using it, start now. Now is the perfect time to start. Don't waste it and buy a new book for next year. You have still over 10 months to fill from this year. I think this video will come out in the beginning of March, but you still have almost a whole 10 months. So just start now. Or even if the previous year is empty, start now. I just want to encourage you to start wherever you are and make it as good as you can do it now, and that's good enough. You don't need to make it perfect. You don't need to make it like pretty for social media if that's not the why you are making it. If you want to make it pretty for social media, that's one valid reason to keep a journal. But if you want to keep it for yourself, if you want to have memories that you have chosen that you want to have, please make it happen for yourself. And also, you don't have to buy a expensive Hobonichi or anything. You can choose something more inexpensive, and there are a lot of options. And I have also actually made a video about when I was looking for my next 5-year journal, what all options there are on the market. But if you are tempted, just start wherever you are. Just start and make it happen. I just think these are so valuable to read what you thought about certain things the years previous. And that is one reason why I have these. These are for my personal memories, and these are for the relationship memories and like talking to each other in this book. And then I have these Q&As which then tell me how my thinking is changing or whatever they are asking on each day. But I don't write in both of these. I have decided that I only fill one. So now I'm going in this soul journal for this year, and when the year changes I will go back to this, because I think 4 is too much. I can handle 3. So the Q&A personal, Q&A relationship, and the memories, I can handle that. 4 was too much for me. So you just have to find what works for you and then just keep going. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and if you enjoyed this video, please like it, so give it a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. See you in the next one. Bye bye.